do this. As we have to the top left side of the map, our green Zerg player is going to be ChanKim. Probably a massive underdog in this one, but let's see if he can maybe pull something out. As we have to the bottom right hand side, our red Protoss player, it is from CJ Entis, it's herO. Now, just to kind of give you guys an idea, the reason I got into this match is because I figured if we get into this, the winner plays Gumiho, and that could be a pretty cool little section of bracket to be in. So that's probably what we're going to be looking for here, just stay in this little section of the bracket and see sort of how we go. I mean, all of the sections of the bracket are pretty cool and have a lot of different sort of matches taking place and interesting matches taking place as well, you know. So very interested to see how this goes, what happens as we set up here in the early stages. We'll just see how the day goes, basically. If we see a good match that's about to start that we can jump into, we'll just jump into it. And we'll just sort of go from there. There's going to be seeing the gateway just on the way up here from herO. Second gate as well, so there's going to be a lot of pressure from him in the very early stages. So 2 gate based opening. And across the map we do see ChanKim just opening for a hatch gas pool. So for him so far, a very standard setup. Nothing too strange. So hatch gas pool coming in here early. And we'll wait to see exactly how he defends against the 2 gates. Because the 2 gates is a lot of pressure in the early stages. With these 2 gates, you're going to be right from the get-go setting up into a position where you're able to just, make a lot of adepts, get a lot of adepts across the map, and really start doing damage with those super early on. You're going to see this Nexus coming down in the natural expansion as well. And you're going to be seeing herO with a probe just here to the left side. Going to pop down a pylon, and you're just going to be seeing that pylon coming down, and just a little bit of a gap here in this wall. So just a little bit of a gap for an adept or a zealot to jump on in. And we're just going to be seeing these couple of adepts just continue to come out right now. So a couple of adepts on the way out still. Pylon going to be finishing up from herO, and we do just see an Overlord from ChanKim moving forwards. Another Overlord as well is not too far behind. As we see a few Zerglings on the way up, a couple Queens on the way out. Just setting up here, still in the early stages with these adepts on the way. There's a couple of adepts about to pop. There's a couple of adepts pop. We will see these adepts just begin to shade up towards the top left hand side. So again, pressure on the way, and let's see how ChanKim deals with this. He's got falling so far. The Queen going to be very important here as well. Any bit of extra DPS you can get onto these adepts is going to be super important. You really want to lose as few drones as possible to this. So making a few extra lings right now to help defend is definitely the worthwhile choice. As you see, one Queen already doing a little bit of damage there, just poking away at the first adept. 2 adepts is going to be shading through, and the Zerglings getting close, getting ready to try and grab us around here. One Zergling gets taken down almost immediately as the Queens. Again, just a little bit more damage onto the adepts here, and the Lings looking for a bit of a surround there, almost finding it, very nearly finding it, but not quite. The adepts are going to end up just shading out, but the good thing is, again, he has minimized the damage he's taken. Yes, he lost a couple of Lings, but he hasn't lost any drones. He hasn't allowed too much major damage to be really done here by herO. And you're seeing these couple of adepts just going to be moving up to the high ground once again. Stargate is on the way from herO, his first tech of the game after he's taken this expansion. So Stargate base opening with so many adepts on the map already, I suppose he could have probably gone Twilight and gone for Resonating Glaze, but Stargate can work as well. Just going in towards that Oracle early here can apply a lot of pressure. We're going to see a Ling and drone going down. These adepts still just around the main, just looking for ways they can fight and see what they can do. We see the Lings coming in. That's why he's a little bit afraid of maybe moving too far forwards. Because then if he is too far forwards, the Lings will commit and just be able to surround and do too much. Picks off a drone as well. Staying in very kind of safe positions, kind of behind mineral lines, staying all kind of clumped up. His back to the wall, just minimizing the surface area. Gets caught a little bit off guard there. As 2 adepts do survive though, and make it to the natural mineral line, and more damage being done. So, I mean, the first 2 adepts didn't do a lot on their own, but since then, these adepts have been having the time of their lives. 5 workers killed. And some Zerglings killed, and also, on top of Zerglings killed, he just forced so many Zerglings to come out here as well, which are not going to be super useful in the immediate future, unless they manage to cancel this 3rd Nexus, because I guess they could cancel this 3rd Nexus, but it's not really something that's like guaranteed here in any way, shape, or form. So Depths is going to be gathering themselves together. We're going to see this Oracle of herO heading towards the upper left-hand side. Looking to see what's up and what's going on. We're going to see that Rotron is about halfway done. And you're going to see already here some drones starting to take some damage. So, drones starting to take some damage. About 4 of them going down already. And into the main base he goes now. 5th kill, 6th kill. Really effective opening. More drones being killed. And just keeping the Zerg player in such a low eco situation. Really kind of allows the pros to just power up and just put himself in a fantastic position to keep moving on from, as we're going to see Adept starting to shade across from herO. There's Phoenix the herO starting to work his way through this Overlord as well, so just working his way through that. And an Oracle of herO actually going to come back towards the center, joining up with these Adepts in the very near future. So Adepts begin to shade forwards. And see those Overlords are moving in towards the upper left-hand side, and those Adepts are actually going to be coming right along here now. Actually going to see the Oracle coming back in to help against some of the Zerglings in this fight. The Queen's starting to target that Oracle. He will pull it back just in time to keep it alive, as the Adepts will begin to win the fight on the ground actually against the Lings. They'll shade away now to the main base as well, and that's going to be some drone kills, although actually a few of the Adepts are blocked by the Queen, so they can't actually get too far forwards. It's going to be seeing them starting to go down as they're low on health, and just again a shade back down to the natural. We'll cancel there, and we'll just stick around in the main base for a little while longer, feeling as though it's a better choice to stay alive for as long as possible, and just to force more lost mining time. Maybe try and get some more kills. As we're going to be seeing these Adepts getting picked off. And one Adept down here on the low ground as well, going to go down too. So, good play in general though by herO, just really kind of on top of things, just all over the place, and just making ChanKims really struggle to defend this in the early stages. Resident Enclaves has started up the +1 attack upgrade as well. Our Protoss player continues to move into his next stages of the game. He's got more Adepts continuing to come out. He's got overcharges to defend the third base wave for cannons on the way up there as well. I love this Phoenix just following the Lings around, just keeping track of where it is or where they are at all points in time, so he just is able to respond correctly, or able to respond effectively. And I see those Lings continue to just back away up through the center. So Lings just continue to run away here. Phoenix is still giving chase. As you see the lair about to finish up. The +1 melee upgrade is on the way as well. It's about halfway done now. A few roaches building here too. So finally we're going to start seeing something other than Zerglings out of ChanKim, but herO is going to keep on the pressure. More Adepts, and now they're going in towards the natural expansion. And he's going to start picking away at a few of these drones. So a few drones going to be going down here. Still no glaives, so they're not doing kind of the most damage as fast as possible, but they're still doing good damage. And I'm going to cancel their shade here and just stick in the mineral line, just try and get a bit more damage done. There's a roach. And as the roaches start to come out, the Adepts will kind of be counted a little bit more so than they have been up until now. Roaches are pretty good against Adepts, really. They're a little bit slow at killing them off. And the one problem with roaches really is that they're immobile. So if the roaches in one location and the Adepts shade away, then the Adepts have a long time before the roaches catch up. So a mix of Roachling is actually very effective against the Adepts. As you just see, this Warpism continue to harass, and at the same time, Adepts going up the right-hand side. Not sure if they'll cancel this fourth base. They're going to try to. I mean, why not, I guess, but it's going to take them a while to get rid of it here. So it's kind of interesting because we see kind of plenty of time for ChanKim to come across and respond to this. He's going to go down to about half health though, which is still pretty decent. He's already shading away, so herO with a very good sort of sense as to when he should be backing off and when he's not going to be able to get much more done, as he has a big warping of Adepts into the main base. Again, still pretty much just purely Adepts at this point. As he moves on forwards, just trying to pick up a few more drones and so on. This spawning pool is starting to fall as well. So spawning pool beginning to go down to half health already and continuing to drop here. Zergo's going to be running on in, and herO is actually going to micro a couple of his Adepts back. Spawning pool dies. As we're going to see these Adepts just going to be left over here. They're going to shade down, see where they can get to. The warp person goes towards the third, where he's going to spot the Spire on the way up. And herO just continuing to pick up information in the game for himself. We've not really looked back at herO's base for a long time because there's not really much going on this side of the map compared to what's happening with these Adepts on the other side, with this harassment that herO's continuing to put on. But we see the fourth base is coming down for him. We see herO's gone into charge upgrade as well. He's just going into a very standard Immortal Charge Lot Archon composition. Very, very kind of just what we expect, I suppose, in the mid game nowadays of ZVP, PvZ. It's a composition we see a lot. It's come back into fashion lately, and against what he's playing against, what he's playing against right now is going to be more than enough. Now we do see a few mutants starting to come in here, but if he's already going to start attacking, then the mutants aren't going to have much of a chance to base trade. There's only 5 of them as well, so it's not like there's that many mutants to really work with. As his attack from herO starts coming up towards the top side of the map, and he's going to be looking to see what he can get up to here. A few more Adepts going to warp in, a couple of High Templars, another Archon. Sorry, not Adepts, Zealots. Of course, I mean, he's got Zealot Charge at this point. Zealots will be much more effective in the army composition than those Adepts. They just do a little bit more damage with the charge as well, and they're both kind of as tanky as each other. Anyways, let's see as they move on forwards here. We're going to see a few Balins starting to come in, and that's what he's going to pull his Zealots away from. Just really want them to just run in stacked up to all those Balins. They actually do. The Balins hit quite well. There's just so much Protoss at this point. More Zealots will come in to reinforce, and you can see the mutants don't do anything. That'll be GG, and herO will take game number 1 of the best of 3. ChanKim, and we have to the top left-hand side of the map our green Zerg player. It is ChanKim. Just being picked apart by Adepts here in game number 1 over time. And to the bottom right is going to be our Red Pros player. It's going to be herO from CJ Entus. UK Manny, you in the chat. herO should build more adepts so Wardy can say the word even more often. Yeah, I know, right? I felt as though the entire cast was just like, adepts, 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 adepts. And oh my god, it's adepts. It was like, until the very last fight, to be fair, there wasn't really anything else to talk about. Because it was just the adepts time and time again, considering to see what was going on and what was happening. It was pretty crazy. Probe just looking around here from herO, seeing what's up. We're going to see hatchery first from ChanKim. Actually coming in at the third base, so just because he was blocked out the natural, just going to take the third hatch first, and then he'll take the natural hatchery just a little bit later on, I imagine. And I see this first probe just nibbling away at a drone, and actually is very close to getting a kill there. Two drones have to pull in to fight against it, as it's once again this 2-gate opening out of herO in the early stages. So 2-gate opening. This opening, this wall always tricks me, because I never feel as though there's a gap here. But it is indeed a gap there as Cybercore comes down as well, and herO just sets on up to go for those adepts in the early game once more. Now, it's Frozen Temple, so actually, Frozen Temple is going to be a map which is very much so better for this build other than King's Age Station, just because the adepts get across the map a little bit faster, a little bit more quickly, they're able to attack a little bit more quickly, and so on, as we're going to be seeing the probes just mining away from this assimilator and just building up rogues on this Nexus here as well. So probes is coming in on the Nexus. We're going to see this Overlord from ChanKim just moving around too, looking to see what's up and what's going on as ChanKim does move out onto the map. Having a little bit of a look to see what's going on as drone comes over to the third base, and probe again just looking around, seeing what's up. A few drones going to be moving into locations to see what exactly is happening. So hatchery going to come down over on the natural expansion. This probe of herO going to be pulling away a little bit. I'm just going to be seeing that Zerglin speed is just about halfway done. Dark loss against Stylish. Stylish is alive, so alive is the one who beat Dark there. As we're going to see a couple of adepts coming over here, and again we're just going to see this sort of dance between Lings and adepts, and oh no, these Lings are in the middle of nowhere. Probe even coming in as well to try and help out, but doesn't really need the adepts don't really need the help. This Probe's like on a mission, and he was just like, well, I don't actually really need you. What are you even doing over here, buddy? As we're going to be seeing the adepts just going to be shading up in towards the main base, so a little bit of damage being done. We're going to be seeing these Lings continue to go down, and also some drones going to be getting picked off here as well. So drones getting picked off, this is good damage, and ChanKim is just going to type out GG. It's one of those situations where you just can't take that much damage early, and so he types that very quickly for herO to